Chairman Palmer, Rep. Ryan, the Council on Post-Secondary Education Chairman David Caprio, and other members of the Council, Post-Secondary Education Commissioner Shannon Gilkey, Rhode Island College President Jack Warner, all the Rhode Island College, the RIC alum, legislators in the room, and thank you for being here. And our very own Lieutenant Governor, Sabina Matos, who is an alum of Rhode Island College. So, not too long ago, we were at Rhode Island College with the First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden, to talk about the importance of growing the teaching profession and how preparing and graduating high-quality teachers for our schools is critical to the future of our economy. And a commitment that we made, that we have always made, but continue to reinforce, of recruiting, retaining, and respecting our teachers. As you know, this is an effort that we are focused on at Rhode Island College. Just this week, we opened the new Horace Mann Center on campus, which houses teacher preparation programs. You've heard me talk about the future of Rhode Island College before, many times. How we want to ensure that we are focused on growing critical subject matters at the college that will create a pipeline of talent for the jobs of the future. That's why I'm so excited about the announcement that we're going to make here today. Later today, I will be filing a budget amendment with the General Assembly to propose the creation of the Institute for Cybersecurity and Emerging Technologies at Rhode Island College. This will help us lead the region in developing highly skilled cybersecurity professionals through certificate, bachelor, and master levels courses and programs. We will be proposing an initial 3-year budget of $4 million, with $2 million coming from the state fiscal recovery funds and $2 million from existing Rhode Island College resources. This institute will be led by our very own Congressman Jim Blanchard, who championed cybersecurity efforts throughout his time in Congress and became a national leader on securing our nation's technology infrastructure against cyber threats. I couldn't think of anyone better suited to launch this effort and build success. Congressman, thank you for your leadership before and now going forward. Thank you so much. Chairing it in D.C., and the executive director mentioned, Julia mentioned that, we've never been able to get like a congressman that comes to some of these meetings. And I said, I know just the person who will come. And because cybersecurity was on the agenda for that weekend, and I asked the congressman to be there to share his expertise in this area. And I can tell you, the entire country was so impressed by Jim's presentation. And thank you so much for showing up that day, because I said we'd get a congressman there. We actually did, and we got the best congressman on this issue in the entire country to be there. So, cybersecurity is a growing market which attracts enormous interest, especially from the U.S. defense sector and large corporations. And think about all the defense and the defense-related companies and work that is currently going on right here in the Ocean State. Recent reports indicate the need for professionals in the cybersecurity industry is growing rapidly. Over 715,000 employees were needed in the U.S. in November of 2021. What an opportunity we have to share this with our students that will be attending Rhode Island College now and in the future. This workforce marks a much-needed gap for institutions across the country to develop pathways for Americans to earn industry focused in cybersecurity right here in Rhode Island, right at Rhode Island College. At the same time, the Institute will attract the leading researchers and education professionals to develop practical and policy approaches to current and cybersecurity challenges. RIC cybersecurity certificate programs will include online learning, hands-on applied learning labs at all levels, along with online technology, industry badging from leading organizations such as Microsoft, IBM, and Google. As we work to create a talent pipeline of graduates ready to fill the high-paying jobs of tomorrow, I know this institute will stand out nationwide as a leader in the field. And I say that with confidence. I want to thank everyone for the work that has gone on into planning for the Institute and putting this proposal together. Shortly after the Congressman called me and told me that his plans to move on from Congress, I made an effort to get the President and Shannon together just to explore this issue months ago. And I was so pleased. The day that Rhode Island College played at the backs and to get to the Final Four, that was the day that both Shannon and Jack shared with me that we were making significant progress on this issue. As governor, I'm all in on Rhode Island College. And I look forward to working with everyone here today to get this proposal over the finish line. And with that, it is my absolute honor to ask the Congressman to come up and say a few words. Congressman Blanchard.
Just start off by recognizing President McKee, Lieutenant Matthews, Lieutenant Senator Palmer, Representative Ryan, President Warner, of course, Commissioner Yoki, Chairman Caprio, and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor for me to be here today, and obviously we talked about my alma mater and what we can do there on cybersecurity. Obviously, cybersecurity is something that's actually quite a bit of time, as I mentioned in my time in Congress. Please bring that forward here to Rick. Let me begin by, of course, saying that we are here today because of the vision and leadership of Governor Dan McKee. His commitment to creating more good-paying, higher-paying jobs for the people of Rhode Island to continue to grow our state's economy is so essential. And Governor, thank you for your leadership. Thank you. I also, of course, recognize that all leadership comes partnership, and I'm going to thank the leaders of the General Assembly who are here today. We have Senate President and Speaker McCarthy, Senator Palmer and Representative Ryan, who are here today. We're also very committed to cybersecurity as well. We're also, of course, here today because of the vision and the leadership of our College President, Jack Warner, who is making the necessary changes to strengthen Rhode Island College. And it's no secret, of course, that Rhode Island College has been struggling in recent years, but I, like President Warner, see the true potential of Rhode Island College and the plan and the vision of making sure that we're making the changes that need to be changed, improving upon the things that need to be improved upon, so that the college and the students who go there are truly living up to their full potential. So as we progress further into the digital age, the importance of cybersecurity, machine learning, and artificial intelligence cannot be overstated. The emerging technologies have become critical components of modern society and are used in finance, transportation, and education. Clearly, we all make use of the internet every day. However, the rise of these technologies, with the rise of these technologies, the demand for skilled professionals in the field of cybersecurity, machine learning, and artificial intelligence has also increased. This is why I believe it's vital to establish the Cyber Institute at Raymond Baccari to train and educate the next generation of experts in this field. So the Cyber Institute will also provide students with the necessary knowledge and the skills required to excel in the digital age. Students will be equipped with the tools and techniques to protect and secure sensitive information from cyber threats and attacks. Moreover, they will be trained to develop and apply machine learning and artificial intelligence technologies to solve complex problems across various industries. The training needed to fill these important jobs cannot come soon enough. The establishment of the Cyber Institute at Raymond College, which I hope to see in the next couple of years, will be NSA accredited as a Cyber Center of Excellence, will also offer a unique opportunity to collaborate with experts and gain hands-on experience in the field. This will allow students to develop industry-related skills, increasing the employability upon graduation. As technology continues to evolve, the demand for skilled professionals in these fields will only continue to grow. The establishment of the Cyber Institute at Raymond College will not only prepare students for promising careers, but also position the college as a leader in technology education and research. In conclusion, I urge all of you to support the establishment of the Cyber Institute at Raymond College. This will not only benefit the students at the college, but also continue the advancement of the state's technological capabilities to ensure that Rhode Island remains competitive in the 21st century. Thank you.
Chairman, move the power.
Thank you, Governor, Lieutenant Governor, Congressman, and my fellow colleague from the General Assembly, O'Brien, obviously the Commissioner, the Chair, and the President, who used to be Commissioner when I first started here in the General Assembly. So what goes around comes around. When I received the call, so I'm glad to be here representing the Rhode Island Senate. I received the call the other day, and as soon as I heard the word cybersecurity, I said yes. Did not know what it was about. I said yes. My background, everybody knows me. Last Saturday, I started my 7th month of my 40th year in the defense industry. My background is computer engineering, computer science, with an emphasis on artificial intelligence. I haven't done much of that in a bunch of decades. But if I was to be back in school today, cybersecurity would be right there with it. We are fortunate, extremely fortunate, to have a person of the Congressman's caliber. It can't be underestimated. It cannot. Of his caliber and his prowess in regards to cybersecurity and the other part of intelligence. We served on the Alzheimer's Services Committee, Intelligence Committee, Emerging Threats. He would be perfect for leading this institute and bringing it to where it needs to be. I think the most important day today are the folks right up there in front. That's the most exciting, why I'm excited about today. The future for these students that are going to be in the field. I've seen it from the various P-Tech program that exists at Rogers in cybersecurity, where you can get an associate's degree in 5 years when you graduate. They have jobs before they're graduating. They're out in the field. You cannot get enough of folks in this field. As the governor indicated, I think many of us will talk about, we're all aware of the 715,000 jobs needed in November of 21. That number is only going up. And why is it going up? And I brought some props with me today. I didn't bring them special, but we have iPhones. There's billions of these out there. We also have Apple Watches, all connected to the internet. I don't carry this with me all the time, so I'm not that much of a nerd that way, but we also have thumb drives. Be careful when you buy your thumb drives. Be careful where you buy them. You don't know what's on them. The impact of cybercrime across the globe, and no one has official numbers on this. I've seen it in several places. We're not talking billions. We know what happened to Rhode Island as a result of the cyber threat, identity loss during the pandemic on unemployment benefits. They're estimated number in the trillions, 5 to 10 trillion. I don't know what that looks like, 5 or 10 trillion. It's a lot of money. We need to protect and do everything to protect our identity, our data, our family. It's critical that we do that. Having Congressman Landry lead this, he instituted and brought forth the National Council on State Legislatures a cybersecurity task force. Myself and Representative G, former Representative G, were only two from the same state on that task force that got created 6 or 7 years ago, maybe 8 years ago. We're still on it. We'll be meeting right here in Providence. Congressman, for hopefully you can come over. I believe it's the end of May. It's going to be a busy time for us at the end of May, but we're going to be meeting here along with other pieces of the National Council on State Legislators. But it's cybersecurity and data privacy. So I think, Congressman, we're going to want to talk about cybersecurity, data privacy, artificial intelligence, and its use out there today. I want to end here, and I do look forward, Governor, for the, I'm hoping this afternoon I'll see the GBA, the Governor's budget amendment on this topic. Look forward to hearing that as soon as possible when we come back from break. I promise you that, Governor, we'll work that into the schedule to get that heard sooner rather than later. This is an important day for Rhode Island. I want to say thank you, Governor, for bringing this forward. Rhode Island College, Congressman, we want to lead this, but most importantly, for those students that are going to be able to do real work. Not just, other things aren't real work, but in the engineering, science, technology, engineering field, you're going to be helping defend our critical infrastructure, our water, our electrical system, our gas system, our sewer system, and also our national defense. So I want to now recognize Representative Ryan from the House.
Thank you, sir. And I just want to, and it's no surprise to anybody, Rhode Island College has had some tough years for the past couple of years, but this institute is a game changer. It will bring not only prosperity to Rhode Island College, but it will bring prosperity to the state of Rhode Island. And it's an honor to have me and a good Congressman leading this. Thank you very much. With that, I'd like to David Kaplan.
Very excited to be here with Jim and the governor and everybody. You know, Jim's career in public service started right in the room around the corner about 40 years ago now. Jim, I hate to say it that way, but almost 40 years ago. So it's nice to see you back and continuing your lifelong dedication to serving the public and leading Rhode Islanders in the direction we need to go to and using your unique qualifications through your knowledge and your experience and your relationships and your leadership skills to bring them to Rhode Island College. We're very excited that you have agreed to lead the Institute of Cybersecurity and Emerging Technology, and certainly it will lead to a generation of students that will be entering careers where the job prospects, as we've heard here today, are not only plentiful, but lucrative. And thanks to the governor's leadership and focus on higher education. You know, when the governor and I meet on higher ed, it's like I have to study for the test because he knows all the details. And he asks and he wants to know, how are we doing? What's going on at the colleges? And it's been said here this morning that Rhode Island College has had some difficulties in the past few years, but since President Warner has come on board on the interim basis, he's made significant strides in not only the financial wherewithal of the college, but also in admissions and recruitment. We're excited to share some of those figures with you at the appropriate time. And of course, the Institute will now be another arm of the college that will shine great for Rhode Island. So thank you all, and congratulations to you. I introduce our Commissioner of Higher Ed, Shan Gilby. Yes.
Thank you. I just want to reiterate the thanks and the gratefulness for our support from our leadership. It's not that every state in the country enjoys this amount of support for higher education we do in Rhode Island, from the General Assembly to the governor to our federal delegation. I'm really grateful. I think this is a big deal, what's happening here today, to have this level of focus on an institution where 70% of the graduates remain in Rhode Island after they graduate. I love the name Rhode Island College. It's Rhode Island's college, you know, and it's really the drumbeat for the heartbeat, if you will, for baccalaureate, affordable baccalaureate degrees in this state. It will continue to do so with aligning these cybersecurity degree programs to the good jobs out there and keep those citizens living right here in the state. Thank you, Congressman, for leaning in this way. At your alma mater, I know it means a great deal to you, and I'm just thankful to be a part of the team. President Warren.
Well, thank you very much, Commissioner Gilkey. What a day for us at Rhode Island College. And thank you, especially Governor. Your strong support, we feel it every day. When you say you're all in, I feel that every day. I usually get some communication from your office or through the commissioner or others, just indicating your interest and strong support for us. So thank you for that. And this budget amendment is another example of that. I also want to thank our Lieutenant Governor, Sabina Matos. I see Treasurer Diossi is also here. Senator DeForma and Representative O'Brien, you've been strong supporters over the years as well, and we really appreciate that. But most of all, a proud RIC alum, Congressman James Langevin. Jim and I met over 20 years ago and had a lunch. I was a newly appointed commissioner, and he was a newly elected congressman, and we've had this friendship for over 20 years now, and that's very valuable for me. And now we get a chance to work together, so I really appreciate that as well. I appreciate everyone being here today, and I thank you all for your support of Rhode Island College. Since our founding as our state's first public institution of higher education, Rhode Island College has always been the college of opportunity. That's what we call ourselves. It was true in 1854 when we were founded as the Rhode Island Normal School, teaching the most advanced education practices of the day and helping to professionalize an emerging state's education workforce. It was true in 1920 when we became the Rhode Island College of Education. Someone told me, my ophthalmologist told me recently that his wife graduated from RIC, and I didn't get it right away. I said, yo, she was in Texas. Rhode Island College of Education was known as RIC back in the day. And began granting our 4-year baccalaureate degrees. It was true in 1959 and 60 when we opened our current campus in Trent and changed our name to Rhode Island College to reflect our transformation into a public comprehensive institution. And it remains true today as we step forward once again to become an engine for the state's workforce development and an anchor institution for Rhode Island's economic future. For generations of Rhode Islanders, a RIC education has been the first rung on the ladder to success. Approximately 45% are the first in their family to attend college. I was the first in my family to attend college, so it's made me really feel like this is important work we do at the college. Not easy to be first generation. 40% of our students come from underrepresented communities, including 27% who identify as Hispanic or Latinx, making RIC the first 4-year Hispanic serving institution in Rhode Island. Our students truly represent the promise of public higher education. We rank highest among public universities in New England for social mobility, according to U.S. News and World Report, because we offer pathways to career and educational advancement that are affordable, accessible, and deliver excellent return on investment. And 70% stay in the state following graduation. The new Institute for Cybersecurity and Emerging Technologies at RIC is the right idea in the right place and at the right time. There are, as Senator DeForma indicated, over 715,000 job openings that can't be filled right now in cybersecurity nationwide, and all of those jobs pay an annual salary of over $100,000 a year. It's a field that is increasingly a national security priority as well as an area of economic opportunity. This is why in 2020, RIC launched its first academic minor in cybersecurity, led by Professor Suzanne Stark, who is here with us today. was also a member of Congressman Langton's Cybersecurity Advisory Board, so good connections there already. Suzanne, along with help from Dr. Lisa Bain, who is here today, and Darlene Wood, who is also here, will soon submit their plan for a full major in cybersecurity for approval, and that will happen this month. This is in addition to our robust BA and BS programs in computer science and computer information systems. Under Professor Mello Stark's leadership, we also host an annual Gen Cyber Camp, a free 3-week summer program for high school students who are interested in pursuing careers in information technology and cybersecurity. What a good pipeline developing for this very program. Her work has even inspired students to start an information security club at Rhode Island College. And I understand that she has brought some of her students here today. So first, I'd like to introduce Emily Lauder and Taitan Sun, sitting here in the first row. They are undergraduate students studying computer science and cybersecurity. They are also leaders of the InfoSec Club and teaching assistants for the Gen Cyber Summer Program. And they are helping to develop the materials already for the Gen Cyber Camp that's going to occur this July. So, glad you're here. I also want to introduce a couple of our graduating seniors who will earn their diplomas next month as computer science majors with cybersecurity minors. Christian Rios is here. He has been accepted into the prestigious Cyber Corps Scholarship for Service graduate program at Worcester Polytechnic Institute. So first Worcester takes the paw socks and now it just doesn't seem fair. This program provides free tuition and stipends of $34,000 a year for students studying cybersecurity who wish to work for a federal, state, city, or tribal government upon graduation. And Olivia Enriquez is also here. She has not just one of our graduates, it's two. She has also been accepted to WPI, where she'll pursue a master's in cybersecurity. She told us, for the first time in my life, I feel passionate about my future career path. I genuinely feel like cybersecurity is what I was meant to do. Well, we need you. So we're glad about that. RIC is taking a leading role in upskilling our workforce and helping people advance their careers through education. We are constantly working with state leaders and the business community to meet the demands of an increasingly skills-dependent economy and the need for more tech professionals across a variety of industries. We've heard Commissioner Gilkey talk about 72% of jobs in Rhode Island need some sort of post-secondary training. We want to be a leader in that. With this new institute for cybersecurity and emerging technologies, a true center of excellence, we will be in the forefront of developing the high-wage, highly technical skilled workforce that our state needs to remain competitive in the global economy. Now, I'd like to introduce our Lieutenant Governor and proud RIC alumna, Lieutenant Governor.
Good morning. Thank you, President, for the introduction. And I'm so honored to be here to speak to you more than as the Lieutenant Governor. I want to talk to you as a graduate from Rhode Island College. And I'm one of those 70% that stay here in Rhode Island. Rhode Island College changed my life. Gave me opportunities to make sure, through an education, to make sure that I'm able to be a productive member of society and to give back to the state that I love and that have given so much to me. I'm so glad to see that we're taking the step to make the college stronger. I'm so glad that we're going to have Congressman Benjamin being the leader of this school for cybersecurity. It's a new chapter for Rhode Island College, and I'm so honored to know that you're going to be a big part of that, making it happen. I want to thank the leadership of the governor for making sure that Rhode Island College is protected and giving it a new energy to the college. Your leadership in making sure that the college is strong is not going unnoticed. So thank you for your leadership. At the same time, the willingness for the General Assembly to take in this amendment. So thank you so much, Chairman McCollum and Brett. Thank you so much for doing that. So Rhode Island College changed life. As it changed my life, it's changing the life of so many others, and will continue to do that here in the state of Rhode Island. The leadership that we have right now at the college is amazing. I want to say that working with the president, working with the commissioner, and with the chairman is a pleasure. They understand, they get it. They know what impact Rhode Island College is having on the people of Rhode Island, especially those that are similar to my situation. I was a commuter. I did not leave from college. It's something that I didn't experience because when I came, I was very shy, believe it or not. I just wanted to go take my class and go home. And there's so many things that I didn't experience because of that. But there's so many individuals like me that are first generation that is still trying to find their way around this state and this city. And Rhode Island College is an affordable and accessible place for them to go. And this program is exactly what we need to make sure that the college continues to be strong. So thank you so much for this opportunity to share with you about my experience with the college. And with that, I turn it back to the governor. Okay, thank you.